damn character that can survive. Hopefully.
If you really want to mess
But then
with your
again-
players, you tell them, okay, you got to pick your race and your class.
Yep.
And then you get to roll 3d6 straight down.
Yeah. In order. And hope you don't get a human magic user with one spell that's worthless. Like floating disc. You know, attack law or chaos or something like that. Okay, great. With one hit point.
In a campaign not too long ago, I played the Moundorf Wizard with 12 intelligence.
Wow, well.
And a 17 strength, 16 con.
No shame in that. Well, it's survivability, you know, if push comes to shove. I don't know, man. I'm not going to get into 5e because I like the system. I just think magic is fucking everywhere. It's like every class has a magic ability, you know?
Yeah. It was fun because the way I played him, he wasn't a caster mage because his intelligence score was too low to like roll to hit with it, or DC checks were too low to even try. So it was like, okay, I'm going buff the party, make magic items for the party.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of wizard.
That's how you roll, man. You make do with your weaknesses and strengths, man. You flip them around. You know, whatever.
It was fun.
I guess the thing about 5e that I like is just how they did rogues, which was, you know, always characters I like to play, so.
Sneaky and stabby, yes.
Yeah, well, 3.5 and Pathfinder, man, they just kept the hell out of them.
The main reason I went with the Moundorf Wizard was because at 4th level, I was like, I know I never prepared magic armor. I'm taking the heavy armor feat.
Well, again,
full plate wizard.
If you do it.
That's the great thing about 5th edition. You can still cast spells without spell failure.
Well, yeah, it's really malleable. I mean, the DMG's like got a whole bunch of hacking stuff in the back. You know, some variant rules. Slow heal.
Speaking of the slow heal, that's sort of a little bit what we're going with.
I know you're trying to do a gritty thing.
a little bit gritty. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's why I got 3 characters, 1 die, screw it.
Since this is session 0, why don't we, since many of you don't know what other people are playing or bring to the table when they do, we could go down the line of people who are on here, and they can tell you about their 3 characters.
Before we do, could we switch to something with maybe better audio quality? Because I can only hear like 10% of what they're saying most of the time.
Alright, what programs would you suggest, then?
I'm okay with multiple, but I think someone offered a TeamSpeak server.
Yeah, we can go TeamSpeak.
Multiple people seem to agree.
Alright.
I think if you just give us the IP and any necessary login,
passwords.
I don't know if anyone has objections to TeamSpeak.
I'll have to download it.
What are you trying? Which server?
Oh, we're waiting for the IP.
So, would I download the 32-bit or the 64-bit?
That's dependent on your...
Yeah, that's on your system.
Yeah.
Probably 64, most likely. Unless your computer is old as fuck.
Well, my computer has an i7 processor and like
Then
64
just download
gigabytes
64.
of
No, then it's 64. My laptop has a i7 in.
Well, I built my computer, so it's rather
32 will always
there.
work. However, it's most likely you have the 64. If you have anything from the past, what, 10 years even?
Yeah, roughly.
Just downloading it now.
Sitting here.
Okay. That's a bit weird.
Connected. User left or wake up. User entered your channel.
What's up with this?
Okay.
I can't exit the poke. The hell is this?
User entered your channel.
It's a bug virus.
What? Damn it.
How do we use this?
User in your channel timed out. User left your channel.
Kicker.
I don't see the
How do I
common life
exit this?
anymore. And I got kicked from this here.
User entered your channel.
And it's reconnected.
Maximum number of connections with the same identity exceeded.
Oh.
You sure this is the better one?
Connected.
I'm on that server, but you're gonna have to tell us exactly where under what
Yeah.
category the common life thing is.
I have no idea.
Scroll down to the channel, overruled, and then
User entered your channel.
Overruled what? Common life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Channel
Okay.
switched.
So, do I just if server address? I just put the your IP.
Yeah, the address is the IP.
ts.hiq.pw.
Okay, I think the voice quality is a lot better here. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And Plebs is
Hello?
Microphone muted. Microphone activated. Sound muted. Sound resumed.
Hello?
Error.
There we go.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Honestly, this is the messiest TeamSpeak server I've seen.
Yeah, but the quality of voice, like, really nice, huh?
Oh, yeah,
we have
compared to the
other
Roleplay.
like less messy servers, I guess, but like there's just one room, and here we can make like multiple rooms and stuff.
Yeah, like this is the main one. And
Okay.
we can tweak the quality and stuff.
Yeah, basically just like you can bookmark it and make it so you log into this room whenever you connect to the server automatically.
Yeah,
So
so
you
it
don't have
will
to
like,
like scroll down every time.
like remain permanent.
Yep.
Mm. I think the 13th player isn't gonna come.
Can you hear me?
No, I also didn't think he's coming. I think maybe we should start if everyone's ready.
Can you hear me?
How does one speak on TeamSpeak?
Options. Capture.
I hope we'll sort out the technicalities and then like start.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you?
Yeah.
Hello? Alright. Here we go. Hmm.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Someone's away, mic's muted.
So who isn't on the TeamSpeak yet?
I have no
Ah.
idea.
I
Okay,
think,
I think Alex isn't on TeamSpeak currently.
yeah, I think he's downloading it. Brandon as well, and I think Ignite, or is Ignite's here.
Yeah, I'm
No,
here.
it's here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. Still, lots of hassle.
User joined your channel.
Nice.
Hello.
Okay. So we're missing what, 3 people?
4, I think. Actually 3.
15 different people.
User joined your channel.
Will do.
Okay.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So I'm in the actual chat itself.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
First time using that thing is a little confusing, but I got it.
Yeah, but like the voice is much better now, and you can
Yeah,
use push talk.
like this has push talk, so it's gonna block any background noise you might have.
Yeah.
So
Much
that's
easier.
pretty useful.
Right. Yeah, I'm already hearing y'all a lot better. It's not laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Roll20 was so laggy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can actually still improve the codec quality, but I think like if someone has a weaker connection, it's gonna make them lag. So I think
True.
this is pretty good as it is.
Yeah, it's working really good.
Okay, great.
So 15 minutes in and
Does
we're
this work better?
fixing
Much
audio issues. I'm still
Are we all
muted.
disabling the voice transmission and receiving on Roll20 then? That's wasted bandwidth otherwise.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think like only 2 people, or just one. Let me see. Like 2 people are missing. Literally, he's like saying, yeah, Josh, you're muted. Cause
Damn it.
you're away. Your start's like away. You gotta tick
Yeah,
that
like
off.
under the connections tab, like the first, like the box with the X on it, just click that, and you're gonna.
Disconnected.
Great.
Connected. See you soon. Welcome back.
Hello?
Error. See you soon. Welcome back.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
See you soon. Welcome back.
Can you hear me now? Public channels. This is so jacked up. CSGO, The Wall, Reaper's Army, Boys.
Channel switched.
Hello?
Okay, so who
Okay,
joined
you
now?
should be able to talk now.
Yeah.
Can I talk now?
Yeah,
we could hear you.
Yeah.
Untick the
Wait-
away thing. Untick
wait,
the
now
away
you're
thing.
away
We
again.
heard you.
Yeah, we heard you, but now you're away again. What's going on?
Yeah,
I'm
just,
away
like,
again?
Untick the.
Yeah,
thing.
Josh, just untick.
Maybe
Welcome back.
his thing sets
yeah,
him
okay, good.
automatically to
Yeah.
unway.
Is it
Try
okay? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as I let go of the spacebar, it will kick me back to.
See you soon.
Wait up.
Yeah, it's now away again.
Go in
His thing
settings.
automatically sets to away.
No, it doesn't.
When he's
Go in
not
settings,
talking.
then options.
Welcome back.
And then into capture and like.
How about
I don't
this?
know,
Can
maybe
you
a
hear
push
me?
talk or something.
Yeah, that work.
This works?
Yeah.
Yep, that works.
Yeah, work.
Alright.
22 voice detection.
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
so waiting for what, 2 guys or 3?
2 guys.
Okay.
I believe Jareth and
Josh.
someone else.
Yes.
You can be glad you didn't hear our jokes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
I'm still
They
cracking
were
up
over
with
me, weren't they?
The Ethiopian one.
Oh, they were about.
What about
They were about
people?
certain things.
They were dark jokes.
Just
Those
certain
kind of
people who
jokes
are
like
unable to.
Yeah, you know they say dark humor is like food, right? Not everyone
Like
can get it.
Not everyone.
How many babies does it take to tile a roof?
How many?
Well, not 12, cause that's how many I've had.
It really depends on how thinly you slice them.
How do you get a baby in a blender?
Heads up, guys. I am currently
Hit
recording.
first. Okay.
Okay.
Makes it all the better. It's like the FBI just watching in disbelief.
This is gonna have to. This is definitely gonna have to have a 18 plus tag.
Oh yeah.
18 plus also, if you don't have the money for chemotherapy, don't watch. It's gonna go bad.
User joined your channel.
Okay, one more guy. That's it.
Wait, did Yanni
Josh,
What?
are you
We can
really
hear it twice.
recording?
Yes, I am.
join? Just mute yourself on roll 20.
Huh?
Oh, not that.
Yeah.
So who's missing?
I think Alex is missing.
Is Little Yami here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know if everyone's going to show up.
True.
Yeah, I think only Alex is
Dark
missing.
Maul who can. Or you
Wait,
mean
is that-
someone that is in roll 20?
Wait, is Alex here?
I don't think so.
Alex I is looking very studious at his computer. Probably trying to figure stuff out.
Probably
He
trying to
doesn't
find
know.
out.
He doesn't know what's going on with the TeamSpeak.
No.
I mean, the TeamSpeak's a mess, but his voice quality is like,
Or maybe he isn't TeamSpeak and he's just like thinking of the jokes, if you can call him that.
I don't know. If you actually go back to Roll20 and just look, he looks very confused.
Yeah, he's probably looking for the room.
Yeah.
It's okay, we can guide him step by step.
Yeah, like, doesn't matter because this is session 0 anyway. The like most important thing is that we like get rid of some technicalities, like voice. And now that this room is set up, it will remain here. So like, even if like the server hosts aren't here, it will still be up for any session.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Yeah, Josh, it seems that Lamphead won't be joining us.
Who?
Who won't be joining us?
Lamphead. Like,
Lantha?
his name's Lamphead. Yeah, that was the 13th player. Well, yeah.
Alright.
Don't know, he like made his characters and stuff, but
Yeah.
he's not here, I don't know.
Well, as soon as Alex can navigate his way through TeamSpeak.
I think Alex joined. He just doesn't. He can't find the room.
Wait
He's
up.
definitely
we have
searching
one,
for something on his computer.
Yeah, I think at the server entrance here's the
We have
Alul
10
guy.
people in TeamSpeak.
And there's 12, so 2 are missing. Jared and Alex. Jared's trying to find the room.
Oh, okay, so then Alex hasn't joined the server yet.
I mean, we'll wait. He'll be here, like, probably.
I suppose we could also use like Skype or something, since that's
Skype's pretty fucking laggy though.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
it can be laggy. Like it's not my first pick, but like if someone.
I'm having a hard time getting to it. Hang on.
Oh, he got to it.
oh,
We
nice.
heard you.
Nice.
We heard you, Alex. We heard you.
Yeah, I think we can hear you double though, like, as well on roll 20, you should mute yourself there. So wait, Alex here, so who's missing then?
Jared?
And? There's 12 of us. Someone is missing.
Is Explosion here?
Maybe Alex isn't here. He might have talked in roll 20. What? I'm confused, honestly.
Actually, maybe we should all change our nicknames to something relevant to what we have in roll 20.
Yeah,
Probably.
we should match them to our like roll 20 names, so we know who's missing, so like, we can help them out.
So how
Get the
do
show on the road.
we change that?
You right click on yourself and change nickname.
Yeah, or just like double click on yourself.
There. Okay, we got Christian, we got B-Wall's probably Brandon.
Yeah, that's
On.
Okay.
No,
so,
I'm still here.
Yami, Overlord.
okay. So as far as I can see, we have Kristen here, Brandon, Ignite, Pan, Little Yami, yeah, Josh, Wraith, Modak, Sam, and so Explosion.
Who
Either
is Wolf King?
Wolf King's Explosion, right?
Or is Wolf King Alex?
Ah, so Wolf King is Explosion, meaning Alex still isn't here. Sadness.
What does it mean by the unverified guest?
Alright, yeah, I can fix that.
Yeah, someone joined the server entrance.
Server group assigned.
Maybe that's... Oh, Alex?
Sweet.
Yeah, technical difficulties are a drag.
Yeah.
At least we can actually understand each other.
Yeah.
See, this is why we have a session 0.
Right.
Because this would be a horrible session 1.
Yeah.
We tried to play for 4 hours, but 3.5 of those hours we were suffering technical difficulties.
So you are in a village. The end.
Oh,
Do you know?
Alex typing something. Let's see.
That was an awkward spot to enter the conversation.
It's a beautiful sunny day. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. We'll see you next time on
Overruled.
Common Life.
Visit our characters next time when they are on tech support for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Alex is a Lumi. He's probably downloading it or something.
Is there another changeling?
Yes.
Yeah, my character is a one of my characters is a changeling.
How many changelings are there?
Oh, okay.
What?
It's
How
a
close do
she
you
and
want
she's
him
in a
to
prison.
I mean, she can also be a he.
Yeah. I guess.
A she.
She can also be a
we
Nick.
don't know.
He's a man.
Oh yeah, so much roleplay in the
Join your
village.
channel.
Okay.
Like one of those bad Vegas experiences.
Alright, alright.
There
So
we
who
go.
joined?
Alex, welcome.
Yeah, hey, hang on. Are we going to be doing this simultaneously with the roll 20?
If you actually go through your roll 20, you could silence people.
Yeah,
who
just
still-
mute yourself and roll 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Just
Okay.
click your own screen, and if everyone clicks their own screen,
Yeah.
no one's gonna be able to talk through roll 20.
Okay.
Oh well, now
Sounds
it's
good.
much better. Like the voice.
I muted
is
roll
really
20.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
Have to
a lot
forgive me,
less
I'm not that
laggy.
tech savvy. Took me a minute.
Hardware I can do, it's the software. That
we
sometimes
do it.
throws a monkey wrench.
We're just waiting for Jared. We got to walk him through. Ah, he was looking at the server list the whole time.
We still waiting on some folks?
Yeah.
Just for Jared. Like,
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go smoke a cigarette real quick.
sure mate.
Alright.
Oh, sweet.
Who are we waiting on?
Jared was looking through the
And
server
for
list
Alex
the
to
whole
come
time.
back from his smoke break.
Displaying 0 servers.
I mean, he'll figure it out. Like, once Raid walks him through. He probably never used TeamSpeak before.
Morlock and Wraith, where are you from, by the way? Your accent seems very similar to what my native people speak.
Bosnia.
Oh, that's
Bosnia and
alright.
Herzegovina.
I'm from Lithuania, but your accent sounds very Lithuanian.
Yeah, like Balkan.
Mm-hmm.
Shit life standards, but at least we don't get punished for piracy. Yay!
Yeah, there's actually a law here. You can pirate anything you want, but you can't sell it.
Oh, we've got that law in South Africa.
Yeah, I think it's the same here.
Yeah. So you
I
pirate
don't think we
movies all
have
day
that
long.
law over here. But,
You're seriously admitting to piracy like we're being recorded? That's
Why
a
not?
bad idea on a
Why
list.
not?
of
I've
bad
never
ideas.
said anything.
Hashtag
I
pirate
mean,
for
like,
like,
confirmed nor
like maybe
denied.
like 10 years back,
Like
people
use some...
used to sell shit pirated in stores.
Oh yeah,
I
like
died.
huge stores and not a single CD in them is original. Like just
User joined your
copies.
channel.
Mm-hmm, same.
Okay.
Jared here.
Oh,
Hello.
sorry.
Oh,
I
Kevin
just saw
here.
everything disappear from Roll20. No.
He has arrived.
Yes,
And my character was deleted.
I deemed it so.
I really apologise for just being an idiot.
No
Yeah,
worries,
no
mate.
problem. This
But
is
the
zero
problem.
after all. We gotta start. Okay, so what I would like everyone to do is go into bookmarks, like the bookmarks tab on
Yeah,
TeamSpeak,
already done.
and then click add to bookmarks, and then like when you add it, go into bookmarks and manage bookmarks. Okay.
Maybe we should hold on to that because Alex isn't here.
Yeah, I gotta tell him again, just like so we do this, because once we do this, next time you won't have to look for the server or type in the password. It's all gonna be done automatically.
Awesome sauce.
Okay, so did you open like the manage bookmarks list? Actually, I'm gonna type it into Roll20, so
Yeah, just
it's
type
easier.
control 20, like step by
You
step.
can set it up so that it comes directly into this room.
Yeah, like once you open
If you
TeamSpeak, it's
connect.
automatically. Yeah. But the point things to bookmark, like don't wanna go through finding this room again now.
Normally wear a tux when you GM?
Yes. And it's not quite a tux, it's just a suit. A tux would
Bow
be
tie.
way fancier.
That is true.
Like,
Yes.
even I don't personally own a tux, but I do own a couple of suit jackets.
Yeah. So basically, Ray wrote down the like instructions, how to bookmark this server common like. So once you connect TeamSpeak, like you can connect to it automatically.
Yeah, I added it to bookmarks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but also manage it in bookmarks. So even if you add it in bookmarks, it's gonna like put you on the top of the server.
Okay.
So manage it so it connects you to this room specifically.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I guess everyone's here now, right?
User disconnected from your channel.
Yep.
It's on DC.
And there he goes.
The first of many.
I think he's like checking out if his bookmark works and it doesn't.
I was.
I think somebody else DC'd.
User joined your channel.
Yeah,
he's
Lily
back.
Ami was DC'd.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I
Okay.
can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, looks like we're all here.
Yeah.
Yep, just
Audio difficulties
If
have
someone
been
hasn't done the-
abated.
someone has done the thing in Roll20, which I wrote up. Just do it so like it's easier the next time, so we don't have to like trouble ourselves with the technicalities again. And if everyone's done that,
User in
I
your
guess
channel timed
it's okay.
Alright, he
Never
was
mind.
disconnected. I mean, he'll be back. I want explosions back,
Yeah,
like
he
Was
just
that
he
me?
down to-
DC'd. It's his connection.
Oh boy.
And by the way, like anyone's too loud, just right click their name and go change volume.
Yeah,
can,
you
like,
can like
tweak.
if someone's too loud
Yeah.
or like quiet.
Wait, what? I'm at the bottom of the list? That's rare. O is actually barely in the middle of the alphabet.
Sadness.
Yes, but like, I have no idea
Everybody's
It's not
got
in
a higher.
alphabetical order. It looks like. Or
Well,
it's changing via
The
your
two
actual
admins are on
name.
site, but then everybody else starts with A, B, C, G, H, I, J, L, and then O.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
User entered your channel.
Explosion's like the only one under me.
And that's because he spelled explosion with an X instead of an E.
Yeah. Freaking misspelled explosion. Good times.
Okay. So it took 40 minutes, but it was worth.
User in your channel timed out.
Just great.
Start
40 minutes later.
Oh boy.
I'd
Does
like
that
to
mean-
point out Explosion has around 400 or 500 ping.
I think it's in South Africa.
So am I, but I've only got 290.
Yeah,
Well,
must
then he's in
be,
South Africa and also has shitty.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, if he's using the university's internet where he should be, he would have... Well, he should have really nice internet.
That's true.
I have 47 milliseconds and ping.
In 1 HP, that would be so sad.
User joined your channel.
Okay.
Wait, why is he rolling a 1d8?
Yeah, Explosion didn't join yet. That was just Tron.
Yeah, but spending the 1d8?
Oh, that was me. I'm just taking around trying to figure out this whole system. It's my first time using Roll20.
Currently, since you're a commoner, your hit die is technically a 1d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think.
So you have
User
one
entered
die
your
that's
channel.
a d10, and depending on your class afterwards, you'll have other
Guys,
dice.
we need to get blessed so nobody
Yeah.
DCs. Okay,
Yeah.
it's time.
Yeah. We need to wake up.
It was very kind of you to allow 1d10.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I
felt...
was expecting like a d4.
No, I'm not that cruel.
Why not? And
I meant you were...
that much more.
You're
invigorating,
suffering
huh?
already with only a 10-point buy.
Yeah.
Giving you less than an 8 would be...
What's up with ambient music?
We gotta get blessed so nobody DCs.
It's the Pope.
It's
Now
the
listen to
My
spirit
spirit
is
That's the stuff.
sing somewhere
Who's
cold.
Tranor?
Just
Actually
wait
like
for the
that
finish.
song.
Yeah.
You people are weird. This is perfect.
Sounds like the beginning of some like Celtic.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is gonna be. So,
Somebody
like,
brought
if
the
you
bard.
DC now, you're a heretic, and we're gonna lynch your character day one, basically.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I got a storm coming through, so I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Possible heresy?
Well,
Tropical storm.
before the tropical storm hits, you are the first person on Roll20 right next to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you tell us a little bit about your 3 characters.
Okay, well, the third one I really didn't work on too much. I apologize for that.
It's
go ahead next.
okay. It's okay.
The first one is an elven version, wood elf. I can't really pronounce it. It's a Gaelic word, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to Kalba. going to be the son of a huntsman, like a sheriff, a warden of a forest, but humans have committed genocide against his tribe. So he's at a point where he's homeless and had to make a living. Found his way into town, has been a street urchin, beggar, and thief ever since. Pretty much sleeps in sewers, squats, and stables when he can. Trying to play some game dice in taverns every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You can just call him Kale, though, like the vegetable.
Because he's green?
Isn't Kale with the K?
Okay, C, man.
Oh.
Just pronounce it that way, I guess. Don't want to get too pretentious. You can name it whatever you want. And then I've got Rodolf of Braga, a mountain dwarf who left the mines and mountains to become a seafaring sailor, and fell in love with the sea. But his ship is long gone, and now he's here, and pirates took over, killed the captain and the crew. He was the only survivor. And now he's here trying to find the sea again. But now he's get out of luck. Third character is Gruffudd, the hill dwarf, and priest, who's cynical and pretty much convinced that the gods either don't give a shit or, are malevolent. Now he's trying to struggle with his faith at this point and what path he's going to go take.
All right.
As far as where they live go, I would say Kabak is homeless. Rodolf is probably stays in whatever tavern lets him do fist fights or bodyguard work or possibly
So
bouncer.
the main tavern in town, which doubles as inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gruffudd probably tries to stay at a local temple if he could. Doing handiwork and helping villagers, but that's it.
What up, Doc? Right now I'm about to start playing a game with a group of guys.
We can hear you.
I was about to say, what up, dog?
Oh, okay. Alright, Doc.
Just use push talk.
That's a standard, orc, greeting.
Yeah.
What up, fuckers?
Well, going.
I think the next dude is Han.
Yeah, Han.
I'm next?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
next.
Alright, if we're introducing the whole chunk of the village then.
Yeah.
Get my pen and paper out.
Where to start? I'll start with the most normal one.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Sebastian Yarek.
Wow.
Who as a child joined the local clergy, who recruited him because he was punching the other kids for not taking their religious teaching seriously enough. And over the years, he would often get into fights with the other trainees, calling them out for not being dedicated enough. And his primary worship is the god of war, and he is fiercely dedicated to the country's military structure. I am not sure whether this country has a king or emperor or something.
There's
It's-
a Red Queen, for what I know.
Yeah, there is the Red Queen of Arendelle on the town, the larger city near you. However, as a whole, it's not all one kingdom. It's broken up amongst several people who have claimed the title of king or queen.
Alright, well, which one is the primary one for the town we're in?
That'd be the Red Queen of Arendelle.
Right? Good. In that case, he seeks to unite the entire country under the Red Queen, whether they like it or not.
Alright.
And any sort of horde or anything, or any other creature that poses threats to the system, must be stamped out.
Damn. There's some serious fantasy fascism going on.
I like it.
That's the best kind of fascism.
What?
That's the best kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stamped out, I don't care.
On the other end of the spectrum, we have left as a child, as an infant, on the doorsteps of an ancient Shaolin monastery, who didn't actually want to take in an infant, and so left him at the nearest cabin in the woods to fend with whatever family was there. They didn't give a shit about him. Where he grew up as a simple lumberjack, bench pressing trees all day, and taking his time swinging axes and playing in the woods, where he grew up to be Randall Wildness.
Nice.
Oh shit. Which is basically just a big, dumb, muscled out guy who I have spec'd into a wrestler. So that's the more straightforward punch stuff route. Because I wasn't really sure what the tone of the campaign was going to be, so I just prepared one for each.
He works. Randall Wilderness works. Wildness, my bad. Wildness.
And then we have a noble who was given a small loan by his father to prove himself.
Yeah, that's
in the construction business. He invested his tiny available fortune to get influence in some of the local shops. He also has influence in a quarry nearby. And now he tries to talk anyone in town into new construction projects. And he has his eyes set on becoming maybe mayor, maybe something bigger, maybe baron. Fuck, maybe he'll try to become king himself. He simply talks his way through anything, and even though he's dumb as a brick, he seems to be able to get through everything without a hitch. He is Ronald Drumpf.
This sounds like one of those bachelors. Ladies, meet the eligible bachelors.
Maybe he'll come home with you tonight, ladies.
Up next
If
to
you're lucky.
introduce his characters would be Ignite.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll start with the first one. His name is Upifrenro Fab. He's in the village. He's like a librarian or something like that. And when he was younger, he cast a spell by accident. Nobody knew what the fuck what was that, nor did he. So he so far dedicated his life to researching magics and stuff like that. In the future, he'll become a sorcerer, but for now, I took Magic Initiate Field and took Wizard because he kind of learned that shit and not gained it. So even though his intelligence is shit, I'll still use it because it's flavorful.
Yeah.
So yeah. The other character, Gusta Aglet, is the changeling who's currently imprisoned. She's basic. In the future, she's gonna be a fighter / warlock. She's obsessed with slaughter. Not the friendliest of girls, people. And the third character, Otto Ovi, he's been a villager his whole life. His father was a farmer, but he decided to take up a sword and become one of the militia. And now he rose up the ranks a little bit. He has his own squad of lessers, and he commands them to defend the village of goblins and shit.
So Ignite with Gusta, does she
Yeah.
Is she allowed out of her cell every once in a while?
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
I don't know.
The best campaigns start with a jailbreak, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Brandon, you're up.
Alright. My first character is Gastrus. He's a dragonborn. He lived in a town that was having a festival at the time, and his wife was killed by a pack of bandits, which later we'll find out they're a cult. He goes to the mountains because he's basically shunned from the village for hurting not only the bandits but other village people. And he basically sits in mountains for a couple years trying to get himself under control. And now he's heading back to civilization in Windermere so that he can find out more information on the cult. He's probably going to be a bartender, simply because they're good at gathering information and things like that. So that's my first character. And then I have Ninthu Ava, which is if I'm not mistaken, a wood elf. Let me check real quick. An Eladrin elf. And is really a locksmith, following in the footsteps of the father who taught her everything she knows. And then we have Phyllis Shalworn, which is trying to become a knight of, like we said, whatever, I guess the Red Queen's court, following in the footsteps of her family, which has always been knights and paladins and things like that. So that's where we're at right now.
Zan?
Yo, Zan.
Your characters are
Yep.
up next.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the door to close. Alright. Basically, yeah. My first character is a wood elf, soon to be rogue or assassin. Basically, he is a jester. He entertains the nobles at the nobles' courts. Otherwise, using that guise, he also assassinates any targets on, well, as a side business. Helping the dirty nobles to the top while getting a lot of money. But yeah. That's Derlin, the rogue. I've got Azrael, which is... he'll be a future life cleric. He is in worship of the great rat god. He has his ancient book of text, which he constantly refers to or misinterprets. And yeah, the cleric of the great rat god. Vemkor is... he will be a librarian. Well, he's going to be a wizard. I don't have his backstory fleshed out so much as a wizard. Usually I play him as something else. But yeah, he's just the average town librarian, creepy as face, but you know, just there.
So, is he helping guide Upfrin with his wizarding studies?
Imagine some partnership.
Since they're both working at the library and Vemkir is actually a wizard?
Vemkor will be a wizard, but yeah, he's got magic initiates and yeah, he's got a creepy disposition. Very creepy.
Alright. Jareth?
Okay, so first up is Drock, who is a giant half-orc that shadows over all before him. He works for the local militia. More specifically, he's a mere kitchen hand. But he commands that kitchen with an iron fist. Anyone steps out of line, he'll smack them down to the floor. Anything's missing from the shelves, he will angrily pursue relentlessly till it's returned. He's known to the local taverns. He spends a lot of his time escorting drunks home forcibly. Secondly is Yannock Tippleton, a small, inquisitive gnome who works on his family's stall. He's recently decided to branch out and sell as many different things as possible. The store was originally just a fishmonger's, but now it sells tonics, potions, with very strangely coloured potions, oddments, and all things that people would want to have. If it isn't there, he claims he can get it for you. Krishnik Templus is a high elf that departed from society, went off into the wilderness, lived life as a hermit to understand the mysteries of the universe. While he was out there, he discovered he could command divine energies, and he now believes that the gods are a lie, and that all people have divine power within them if through the correct meditative procedures. And he's come back to civilization to spread goodwill and teach people the enlightened path. Well.
All right, Christian.
Okay.
I mean, if you're busy, we can skip.
Yeah, we'll come back to Christian. Yeah. Explosion.
Hello. Okay. Okay, basically, Salazar is a changeling, later going on to a rogue mastermind. At his birth, his mother and everyone who saw her giving birth to him were executed because his father is a nobleman and he does not want anyone to know that he's actually a changeling because he is an undercover assassin sent from a rivaling nation. And yeah, since birth he was given up to the orphanage and was raised in the streets. Next we have Toshamor Sumaran, or just Tosh. Okay, Tosh was a foot soldier for his nation. He fought in many wars and earned many scars, but after a certain incident he was branded as a coward and banished from his nation, with his rank and all of his belongings stripped from him. He was set afloat, yeah, with only a few days of rations, and he ended up on the beach, and one of the local blacksmiths found him and took care of him, and he became a blacksmith's apprentice. I'm rambling a lot, so... Everyone is really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you have one more, or...?
Yeah, no? Alex Drowski.
Oh, yeah, Alex Drowski. Yeah. Alex is a human, later going on to become a soldier, or weapon master, yeah. Anyway, well, since Alex was a baby, he's been living with his uncle. His uncle is one of the local blacksmithies in the town. He's always heard stories from his uncle that his parents are great heroes traveling the world and protecting nations. Alex has joined the military in hopes of climbing the ranks and one day becoming a great hero like his parents.
Alright. Is Kristen back in? Or...
Kristen, you back?
I think he's gone now.
Okay then. Mordo.
Yeah, like... Okay. Let's see. The most chill character first. Okay, first we have like Weasel Bear Claw. He's gonna be a druid. He's really old, around 58. Has a big old quarterstaff, and well, he's basically the local druid who owns Weasel's alchemy shop under the Apothecary and Alchemist Association, so inside of the village. He's quite relaxed and likes pretty much everyone in the town, except for lumberjacks, for whom he doesn't even sell goods available in his shop, as well as those who hunt for fun and those who want to establish control over his shop, especially Ronald Ram. Tying in characters perfectly. Then we have Baron Kaas von Dargan. He's basically a noble who's been sent here to Windermere on, well, let's say a holy quest to establish a church of the god of war, which is basically Tempus, or as he and his acolytes call him, Tempest, which should be basically the same god as, what's his name, Yark?
Yeah, Yark.
Yeah, you're worshipping Tempest, right? Like the god of war or Bane?
It really depends on the pantheons of the world, but any god of war is, yeah.
Yeah, so basically...
All the gods.
Yeah, so basically Tempest, the god of war, he hates the undead, and there's like different ranks within the church. First we have the Crimson Dawn, basically only humans. Then you have the White Hand, which is only clerics, and the Red Tide, like other races. But like the members, and so Baron Kaas doesn't like other race that much, like Minotaurs and stuff. Like, imagine as a raced bunch, like a little bit. And basically lives like in Windermere with his wife Maria, and I guess there's gonna be a priest in the Church of Tempest, like Father Gregory, I don't know, that's up to God. And well, then we have, let me see, the last character, Mordok. In his youth was the son of a rich merchant called Otto Jäger, who was far and wide known for his trading exotic spices all along the trade routes that led to the great city of, well, insert name here. Well, there he lived with his young brothers Alfonso and Ulrich, and basically he didn't want to follow into his father's and his family's footsteps. Instead of becoming a spice merchant, he studied at the local college of architecture and engineering led by the gnomes and dwarfs. So in the meantime the city got sieged by Redkin, and what happened, he went to the dwarven city up north with his colleagues from the college, where he learned architecture from the dwarfs, and basically where he got his special dwarvish hammer. And after that, the orcs raided the dwarves, and well, he managed to stay alive, like barely, and he went out to the wilds and worked as a mercenary, which led him to coming to Windermere and working in the town's militia.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
hear you.
I'm gonna go. My first character is Waspy, busker who just plays music on the loves drink, smoke, music, women, all good things in life. Basically believes that. Ram Honeyfist is a very, very large woodsman who works with chopping wood. Even though he's a huge guy, he's very, very careful, kind-hearted, and he's just when he gets in a fight, it's finally I have a Lehman Willow. And I should say the other two guys are humans, but this guy is a halfling sorcerer. He has been bullied by his mother to take care of her during her old age. A very shy guy. He would like to make her happy. So he's basically living in her basement, taking care of her. Happens to on top of a buried magical artifact, which is gonna give him a few abilities that's gonna make life a little bit more complicated. But he's basically really ready to get out of the house, and he's tired of his old hag of a mother and wants to where was his mom. Yep, that's it.
Wraith?
Okay. I guess I'll start with the most interesting one. Sirio the Tongue, or Tell. Well, basically he lived like on a small island, and he had a fairly normal childhood. He spent like roaming the streets, playing with sticks, pretending to be a swordsman like the other kids. Once he reached adulthood, he set sail to explore the world, find out like what's beyond the horizon. He had elves on his ship, so they taught him Elvish, and they also taught him like elven sword fighting techniques, which are excellent for dueling foes when boarding ships. So, well, once he went to a brothel and he got attacked by an angry guy, like, I don't know, he got drunk or something, and he took a stab at his manhood, so, like, his crew made fun of him. They told him he could only sweet talk, so that's how he got the name, nicknamed the Tongue. Eventually, he got it healed by a cleric, but it grew on him. It grew on him because he, sailed a long time with it. Once his ship got caught in a terrible storm, and basically got sent to the bottom of the sea, and a captain of the deep appeared, and he gave him an offer to restore his crew if he pays him in souls, basically 1 soul for every crew member. So he took the deal, and he got a bag of teeth, which is conveniently. A sailor does get a trinket, and I got this one, so I figured, might as well go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And each tooth represents 1 crewmate, and there's 1 rotten tooth, and represents him because he leads others to their demise to restore his crew by trading in their souls. So basically, he traveled to this village and owns a brothel, and even though he's a rogue by trade, he prefers to call himself a bravo. He has a certain code of honor and he doesn't steal, but he has a short temper and he'll challenge anyone who insults him to a duel of honor. So that's the first guy. The second guy is called Fjellthor Bone Crusher of the Asgari tribe. He is, well, as you can tell from the Goliath Asgari clan, and basically he crushed all those who opposed him to stay the tribe leader. Eventually he got tired of everyday life because he didn't have any challenging opponents, so he took to human civilization, where he enlisted in an army, but, well, he did terrible things, such as burning villages, killing, literally everyone there. Doesn't matter if they're unarmed, if they're, just peasant civilians. So the king, or the regent of the land, told him to keep that quiet, and he knighted him to keep him happy. So now he has squires who help him don his massive armor, and he carries a brazier on his back when he's moving, so his enemies see the approaching black smoke and they quiver in fear. And he came to this village to become the warden and enforce the law, but with a zero tolerance policy. And he decided to be a guardian for Irwil because he believes her influence as a noble can help him become a warlord if he helps her enough. And the last one is the female half-elf, Iril Moonfire. Well, basically, it's a noble story. She was raised in a noble home, daughter of an elf father and a human mother, and she was taught the fine arts and how to behave like a proper lady of the court. She learned a lot of languages to appeal to many different races, so she could talk with the dwarves and the elves and even the dragonborn. And she respects the common folk, unlike most nobles, because she's aware of the fact that the commoners are the ones who make nobles significant, because without them, like, a noble title means literally nothing. And she likes to help people and heal the sick, and she likes to talk with the commoners and doesn't shy away from them. She still keeps the faith of her family, and she believes in Saloon, the goddess of the moon, because, well, her last name is Moonfire. And she came to the village to become its mayor, hopefully, and help it out with the influence and contacts she has in the noble courts, like driving some trade her way. And she recruited Fjellthor to be her guardian because, well, since she's a noble lady, she does know how to fight. So that's it pretty much.
Is Kristen here?
Done.
Alright. We can go over your characters now. Tell us a little bit about your 3 characters, Kristen.
Alright, so... Yeah, okay. Audio's going through. Alright, so my first character is Temir, who, if I remember correctly, is the... yes, the Wood Elf Urchin, I believe. Yes? Yes. Okay, so basically he had grown up as, a criminal. He had grown up just raised on the streets, and the only real good thing about him was his speed, so he was often used as a smuggler when he was a child. And then as he grew, he came to realize that there tends to be some spark of good in everyone he meets. They're just put in rough circumstances. So he always tries to find the positive outcome in a situation for everybody involved. Other than that, I am no good at making backstory. Let's see. And then the second character is a high elf that has worked in the town guard for a majority of the life that he has lived, which has been an odd, 70 years. And due to the elves' longevity, he managed to get promoted through ranks, and then he just decided to retire. He's just brought his way up through the ranks by just training with his weapons and proving others wrong. And then my last character is a dragonborn farmer who is a just real nice, quiet guy, and people come to him for advice every now and again. But other than that, there's not much else to him.
It seems as a whole, we do have a rather good mix of races for Windermere. Now, I know there are quite a few of you, and I am curious, are you really wanting to have just one big huge party, or would you be okay with splitting it up?
I vote two votes.
I think better to split up.
Yeah. Because, what do we got, 12?
Yes, 12.
My last campaign had, I think, 8 players, and it was too much. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy on you. I would say 3 or 4 per, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, the campaign lasted 3 sessions. I managed to get everybody killed.
Nice. It happens, man.
Were you a player inside campaign, or were you
Yeah,
the
I was
DM?
a player. I was trying to steal from a bunch of Dragonborn, didn't end well.
Oh, yeah.
It happens, man. Were you playing a rogue?
No, druid.
Oh, man.
It was an evil campaign.
Yeah. I was about to give you props, man. I was like, that's how you're supposed to die as a rogue, you know? Doing some shady shit.
So, now I could start earlier in the day with the sessions and have sign-up sheets. I know it won't work for some, but then I could also, after that session, have the second session right after.
So 8 hours in total compared to what we do.
Well, I'll go ahead and say that, I mean, early's fine with me.
Yeah, me too.
I can go like 2 hours earlier at max.
Okay. So I could have a session at, well, basically
I can
2
also
hours
do it.
behind this one, and then I'll have the second session 2 hours ahead of this one.
That sounds perfect. I'll be on the earlier if possible.
Yeah, I'll be on the earlier
what?
too.
For the split.
So then it's like 4 hours per session?
Yeah, basically, for me, a 4-hour session is a good amount of time for
It is.
us as a group to get one thing going, and then having the second session for the other guys. And I could either have sign-up sheets for either one of those, if you want to, or if you want to now just decide which one would be better for you.
I can leave it 2 hours earlier.
To be honest, both of these are going to present a bit of a problem for me.
Both of them are?
Yeah, the 2 hours from this one, so that's like starting at 9, 4 hours. I might be able, I'll be able to do the second one, but I'll have to drop earlier. Because I've got like a really early start from a...
If that's the case, I could also do one Monday. I could do a session on Mondays.
Like, I think the best...
I can do Monday as well.
Yeah, like, if we have one session at, 9 on Monday, one on Tuesday.
Yeah, I could do Monday and Tuesday at the same time that we started now.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
Yeah, an hour and 20 minutes before, well, this
Yeah, like
time,
at
current
9
time.
o'clock, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
In your time zone, yeah.
My time zone, it'd be 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
2 p.m.
but basically, like, at the time we started, before technical difficulties and, like, TeamSpeak and stuff, when we all gathered here, we could have one on Monday, one on Tuesday, and that fit everyone. Like,
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can do either.
Okay. So it's gonna be Monday, it's gonna be Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesdays, I'll be able to DM for you guys. Alright.
Okay, so what, 6 people a group?
I mean,
a max, I would say, would be 6 people.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, because there's 12 of us and you're in groups.
I don't know how you do that.
I mean, actually, there's 11 of us plus the DM, so one group's gonna be 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 and 5.
Yeah, because one guy didn't show up.
Okay, well, I can do the normal time on Tuesday.
With the group that has 5, you will be able, and even with the group with 6, if you really wanted to, you could grab a NPC that's in the village. One of the NPC characters. Just
I'd be
talking
down
to
to
him.
play like in the group of 5, maybe on Mondays. Would be
Yeah,
great
like,
for me.
same for me. Like for college and stuff, Monday, group of 5 would work well.
Alright.
Early one, right?
To me, either works perfectly fine.
So, after this, I'll be going onto the forum.
User in your channel timed out.
Wait a second, someone DC'd.
Explosion did again.
Explosion, yeah.
Like,
It's his internet.
yeah, like we
Yeah,
can
he
make,
DC'd.
yeah, like we can make a list now, if you want, like for the next, I don't know, Monday and Tuesday. Like, Monday constantly, like for me and for Wade would work.
Alright then, let me post a new topic then. So, So under Monday, Alex,
Mordok and
are
Wraith.
you Monday or Tuesday? Okay, so Mordok is a Monday.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
Wraith
go
is
Monday
on.
as well.
Wraith is Monday.
Preferably in the group of 5.
Anybody else for Monday?
I mean,
It
either
was
one's
early,
fine
right?
for me. So if you like people for Monday, I can join, no problem.
Ignite for Monday, and anybody else for Monday?
I'm
It-
fine for
it-
either.
How many do you have at Monday
Monday's
now?
early, I'd like to join.
Who said that? I can't see. We aren't using so we're using TeamSpeak, so it's like throwing me off.
You're cutting out? Say again?
Sorry, who said that they'd be fine with Monday again? We got Mordok, Wraith, Ignite, and then someone spoke up, but I didn't get to see their name.
Well,
Han said I'm fine with either.
Han? Okay.
I mean, we could also write it up in chat in Roll20,
User
like
entered your
which one
channel.
we'd prefer. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
prefer
forums are
either one.
probably a far more natural place to discuss this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was going to type up after, but you guys wanted to do it now.
Alright, we've got 4 people for Monday, then I'll take the 5th spot.
Yeah, and that's it for the Monday group.
Alright.
Dan.
Overlord?
Yes,
Is it?
Dan.
Okay.
Hello.
And Overlord's Explosion?
No,
No.
I'm
Zan.
Zan. X-A-N.
Zan.
Yeah. Explosion is explosion.
I'm sorry. So many people. And then Tuesdays is everybody else. Alrighty. So Monday session, it's gonna be really interesting, especially if because I believe everybody on the Mondays list, well, not everybody, but 3 of the players have the fascist characters.
That's probably why we all went together.
All those
Yeah,
villain characters.
And I've got the anti-fascist characters.
Yeah.
I was
I've
about to
got the
ask.
slaughter girl.
I was about to ask, how do we decide which characters we bring on these sessions? But I think it's already been decided.
Okay, at the very beginning of the session, since I am
Eeny, meeny,
recording
miny,
this
moe.
and running this through Twitch, you'll probably introduce yourself and the character that you'll be playing for today. And at any point in the session, you can, while you're in town, switch to another one of your characters. And once again, experience-wise, it'll be a party experience that I'll divide amongst the players. And then from the players, if you're using more than one character, I will divide it amongst your characters and post that into an experience topic in the forums.
Well, if we're gonna have to introduce ourselves every time, we're gonna have to come up with some creative names.
I'm sure eventually we'll know the characters we play with.
Flugy McFlugel.
I mean, it would.
Pussy Hunter 69.
It would help since you have so many, and for those playing with you for the day, it would be nice to know the name of the character that you're playing with, and the repetitiveness of it every week will help us get the names down.
Actually, in Roll20, the easiest way is to just have your character name be your
switch
real
it
name and
over.
then brackets your character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So for the character that you are that you will be playing for that day, you would switch out for your name tag as that character in real play.
Like that.
Yeah.
So if people like, oh, the Jim. No, fuck, the other guy's Jim. No, Steve. Roger. Fuck, you can just look at the bottom of your screen. That's right there.
Yeah. The city of Windermere itself, it does allow goblinoids in there to trade, though they keep a close watch on the goblinoids at the time.
Okay.
So they aren't like causing a ruckus or whatnot. Windermere itself is pretty militaristic in a sense, where almost everybody is part of the militia, so the town's defense is pretty up there, but it is relaxed enough that since it is a trade town, that if the goblins have something to trade or are wanting to trade for something, that can go through.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Good.
But yeah. By the way, does the like town have, I don't know, a wall around? Like is the wooden wall the stone wall? Something
Got
could
great
upgrade
wall
in the
real
future.
soon.
There is a wall typically around the nobles' quarters.
Oh yeah.
The Mexicans built it.
Yeah, we're paying for it.
Typical noble maneuver.
And I think we should like make, I don't know, a forum post, like a discussion with some basic like stuff. Let's start with the normal population and like number of people. I don't know if there's gonna be 50, 60 of us, you know, like number of people. Then we like move on to the militia aspect. And then we talk like for our characters, which are like soldiers and stuff, how we're gonna organize ourselves. Let's go like a step at a time.
That would definitely be something that you would need to make the topic for.
Well, we'll leave that to Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Monday nights, welcome to Fascist Life.
Yeah.
They're gonna build a bigger wall around the nobles. It's gonna be a glorious wall. A great
We're gonna make the
wall.
goblins pay for
And
it.
the peasants are gonna pay for it.
Yeah, the DM should have made like everyone who's not a noble like take off 10 to 20 gold pieces from their background. You're paid for the wall.
Exactly. Why do I got 0 guppies? Because the wall.
Oh, because China.
China.
For Greyhawk's future.
Alright, so we got
Old Red Queen.
the Red Queen of Arendelle. Xander Explosion. That's the one.
Man, all my characters are broke as shit. I got negative on my debit card for my first character.
Yeah, one of my characters, the nobles, like loaded more than 180 gold, like after buying his equipment and stuff.
Well,
It's
who's
strange
just made
because,
himself a
like-
big target?
Like some of those with the noble feature and gold, some of them spent all of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, we could buy 12,500 chickens. That's always an option. They
Where the hell are we
cost
gonna
a
get a bag of
piece, so
golden in this economy?
take a few trips and just flood the town with them. Make it a tourist attraction, drive in commerce. It's all for the profits, baby.
Yeah,
They
is
will also
the, is the economy here like a regular gold piece economy, or is it like a farm economy?
It is. There's not a whole lot of farming, but there is the occasional farmer around. A lot of the stuff that Windermere takes care of, it has its metalsmiths. It has a forest with animals in there to hunt.
Okay.
It has fish, and it has trade a lot with your woods from the forests area. The only problem Windermere really has is it only has one trade path in and out.
I just want to know if I have to steal beets to make a living, you know what I'm saying? Or if I can people actually carry around gold pieces and shit. And
yeah.
So like, here's a gold piece for a dagger, or here's 20 pounds of beets for a dagger, you know?
Yeah. You could use the barter system if you really want to in character. As a whole, while you're in town, you're able to keep up on your own standard of living without expending rations or water or your own money, basically. The money that you have on you or on your character sheet, would be the money that you have saved for that little extra.
Right on.
Basically. So instead of like pouring it into everything that you have actually had a savings.
Boom.
That's nice.
So for a hermit, 50 gold pieces might sound a lot to a hermit at one point, but that's what you've been able to hoard and gather over the many, many years. Along with the nobles, sure, you've been spending it so much that, all you have left at this point is your 250 that you were able to spend on. Splurge out a little. But, yeah.
Man, this town has got, like, no humans in it. I mean, everybody.
Windermere itself was primarily founded by dwarves because of the town and the fact that this location was able to sustain a magma forge. It's also filled with a lot of different elves and stuff because of the wooded area that is nestled in this mountainous terrain. So even though humans might be new to the area itself, it really is a mix of people coming in and trading over the years that we have the mix of races that we do at this time. Does that click?
Yeah, man. Makes sense.
I mean, it's not like a great big metropolis, but is big enough that does hold guild houses for both locksmithing, for the locksmiths and metalsmiths of the town.
We need a beggars guild.
I'm sure you can find things for beggars to do. I mean, a beggar can get by after all the amount of money that gets moved around Windermere, especially on trade days. Are there any questions you guys have about the town itself or the world?
Yeah, like how many people in the town?
I would say it. The town itself, though, is not a huge city. I would say it's hard to judge. I want to say around 100,000, maybe 300,000, somewhere around
Whoa.
there.
That's a huge ass town.
Yeah, that's a
That's
metropolis.
like what? I thought it was just
Yeah.
like, you know, Hamlet.
30,000 then? Something.
There you go.
It's
Yeah,
difficult for me to comprehend.
That's
like,
a large. 30,000
it's-
is a large city. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Not metropolis.
All right. Yeah. 30.
but like,
30,000
but like it's
people.
a town. It's not like a small
Yeah.
hamlet, a village.
Yeah.
like, I mean, in medieval fantasy, like 30,000 people still is a fuckload of people.
It is, which means it's got a sewer, which means my urchin's got a place to sleep.
No, we shit in the streets. And we make the common folk build the wall, and then when they're not building the wall, they shovel the shit.
Nice.
I don't know. Those sewers might be just old mines.
There you go. Works for me. I don't. My main character doesn't bathe anyway, so.
You sure? How about swim? Does he know how to swim?
I don't know. It's an elf, man. Maybe.
The lake's right nearby. Yeah.
He's going away with those stereotypical clean elves. And he ain't pretty.
All right. So, what would
Lake
be
is actually a mimic. Yeah, just try to swim.
Yeah. What would be some of the goals that you as characters are planning on? Like, any exploring that you would do, or hunting trips that you would make? What do you as characters kind of have planned, so I can get an idea?
The only thing my characters would have is Augusta. Like, she has this like tome that she found, and she uses to contact. She uses to contact with her demon lord, and like, I don't know, like after their like 5th or 6th level, like she should get enough kills or souls or whatever to like persuade the demon to give her the warlock powers. That's what, like, I'd imagine the multi-class thing to work.
Mm-hmm.
DM,
Yes.
I believe the Minotaur wants to fight Sirio.
Already?
Oh yeah,
We already got a player versus player going on?
But we haven't even started role playing yet.
Yeah, the Minotaur is
right?
like superior
Yeah.
car race. Let's go.
Okay, let's see the rolls. Come on.
Like, it's not hard enough to be a half bull. You already got to be picking fights.
Oh.
We could totally start off this whole campaign on celebratorial note, and there could be contests and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of your characters that are tavern brawlers that I'm pretty sure if the town got together for a celebration, that there would be a tournament of sorts for wrestling or something like that.
It's a duel of honor, plain and simple.
And
Let's
then,
go, cowman.
There's multiple things that could also be part of the celebration. Or it could just be that you guys pick fights a lot of in bars. The local inn is probably Drump's
I mean,
biggest
if bar
construction
fights would
job.
be this common, I think there'd be like a pre-built ring inside, like a boxing ring for fight.
Well, considering the diversity of cultural and racial backgrounds and ethnicities in this town, you'd think there'd be a lot of bar fights, man.
Yeah.
You know, dragonborn breathing fire on half-bull people. Minotaurs getting singed. The occasional lizard man strolling in.
Hello.
Sorry, lizard folk to be
Up
politically
in
correct.
Windermere's area, Gnolls aren't actually a problem.
Knowles?
Yeah, gnolls would be more towards the plains area, near the center of the continent you're on, or well, island, I should say.
Well, all I know is that if one of the characters falls down unconscious, I got a character that'll pick his pockets. So I need some seasoning for my rat steaks.
All spectators bet shall be taken 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay, now let's go.
Oh, they're going for it.
Like if you need to investigate or go out into nature for like alchemical chemicals and stuff like that, or into caves for metal ore and stuff like that. These are the kinds of things that can lead a commoner onto their beginnings of an adventure.
I got a guy who goes into the woods to work there.
Josh,
Yeah.
can we fight?
Right now?
Run a simulation fight right now, right now. This Minotaur has to prove his dominance.
I tried to roll initiative, but it said like, wait, what did it say?
You have to
It says
click
you
your
attempt to
token.
use a roll command looking for the value of a selected token, but no tokens are selected.
Yeah, so
you
you
can
actually
check
have
if
to
your
have
token-
a token on the map in order for you to roll
Okay,
initiative.
how do I do that?
Just click
Basically,
and
you'll
drag.
go to click your character.
Yep, he's
and then-
on, I guess.
And I have not been able to edit your character, so I will
Wait, who's the
add
other guy
your
again?
HP.
Betting on the non-Minotaur.
Who is the non-Minotaur?
How do I roll this thing?
And then you should have a health bar right there.
Okay, I go first. Let's see.
Are you proficient in any weapons?
No, we get that at level 1.
Well,
And even
I
if
am
was, the
proficient in
proficiency
a
bonus is
weapon.
0. Yeah, but the
You
proficiency
don't
bonus
add
is 0.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Proficiency bonus currently is 0, so it doesn't
Okay,
really
let's go.
affect.
I suppose we're like
But-
next to each other, so I'm gonna use my main action to attack with my main hand rapier.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe a 4 misses.
Yeah. 4
Yeah,
misses.
of course this is.
And as a
Is there a
bonus
crowd
action, I'm gonna
gathering
hit him
around
with
this
my
fight?
offhand rapier.
To repair
Is Cyrio in his armor as well?
Well, that's another miss.
Also misses. Okay,
Oh dear.
so I'm going to
Ew.
attack with my horns. And as a bonus action, I'm going to push him back 10 feet. Okay, hold on. I
Yeah,
guess
that
a 10
doesn't
does
beat
not
my
hit.
AC.
Okay. Well,
We're
then
gonna
it's
be
your
having
turn.
a lot of this.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
I want to see Duke get impaled by
Does a
this
14 beat your AC?
Yes.
You got 10 damage, boys. How many health do
Dang.
you have left? And as my bonus
One.
action, I'm gonna stick you with the other one. And you're down.
He's unconscious.
So basically, like, stab you to the shoulder and say, "Silly cow man, you believe you are superior, but Sirius teaches you other things."
My tactic did not
Sirio
work.
will not decide to end your life today, but if you choose to make this mistake again, the blade will pierce your heart. So basically, Sirio's just gonna bow down to the audience and like walk away.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Quite interesting.
People losing their money already.
Yeah. Did he even have money to lose?
Okay, so you insulted Sirio again.
Probably not. Spits on the cat.
Uses
71
tricks.
gold. Thanks, guys.
What was the trick? I'm confused.
No, it's not exactly a trick. It's just, you know, the banter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you fuck around.
It's basically if someone has too much pride and loses, they're
Can I
like,
kill
no,
him?
he cheated.
Well, Jester's new goal: establish a fighting ring.
Alright, so that is something that we can do. If anybody wants to stick around, you can. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I guess we'll just see the forum post where we discuss the details for getting started for each session.
Alright.
Yeah, get them down to manageable size.
Yeah, I think that's best. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting for.
Yeah, this is
time
going to
talking.
be chaos.
Yeah. I mean, even groups of 6 are quite big.
Yeah, it is.
But
Though I have played around with like groups of 5 at least, and yeah, it can be quite big, but oftentimes I find not everybody ends up showing.
Right.
yeah, that's a good point.
True enough.
So it was better for me to cast out a big net and see who ends up staying.
Yeah.
Because like
believe
all
I'll be
the
able to make it
NPCs
every
that
Tuesday.
are NPC status are people who signed up, made characters, and then realized that they had to drop out.
Right. Real life, man.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, but you left these here with me. Just slide them over this way.
As far as what my characters are trying to do, my homeless first character just trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going out into. Thankfully, I've got a longbow, so I can go kill a, whatever, gerbil. Deer.
Boar.
Something. Who knows? As far as the dwarf goes, I don't know. Dwarf. I think the last one's going to be just a cynical, misanthropic, almost to the point of, hating the gods, but on his way to being a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what kind.
He's building his way up so he can teach the gods a lesson.
Oh, yeah. On his way to deacidal 20th level. I'm going to show you
That's the
what's
stuff.
up.
Surprisingly, your Hildorf is not the most health pointed Hildorf.
No.
That would be a NPC or a former player.
Let me see. I got a mountain and a hill. Tom's on his way to a generic fighter.
It'd be Quartermaster Harkin Lothbrok.
Not mine.
That has the highest health. Of everybody in town.
Lothbrok.
Vikings.
Yeah. Taking that old Anglo-Saxon / History Channel story.
Yeah.
Look who's a fan of Vikings.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I also like the fact that it's like got some sort of mythology / historical realities to it, because Ragnar Lothbrok it's like actually based on a poem, you know?
Yeah. Sagas.
Brutal show though, so I dig it.
Can't wait for the next season.
The first few episodes of the first season really fucking pissed me off because the fighting was really bad, but after that was pretty good though.
Yeah. What did you like about the choreography of the fighting?
Well, I just like more realistic fighting, and that felt like just a slaughter.
Oh, okay, gotcha. When you were you talking about when they were landed in Britain?
No, like the very first episodes, like the flashbacks and shit.
Oh, okay. I like the fact that they incorporated like amanita mushrooms into it.
Yeah, that was
But it didn't involve like drinking reindeer piss.
Did that? That sounds crazy.
Hey, what?
Did anyone ever drink any piss? That sounds crazy.
Well, I mean, a lot of Inuits and Eskimos used to use like organic, which aren't like true hallucinogens. They're bufotoxins. I don't want to get too geeky on it, but the reindeer would eat these, and they take out a lot of the toxicity of it. They drink the reindeer piss and get the delirium properties of it without having to worry about dying. Because flower or amanita are different than, say, psilocybin mushrooms, which are like psychedelics. The other ones are like deliriants.
Alright, yeah.
They're actually toxic, but if you drink them like something that's already eaten them and taken out some of the toxicity, you're okay. Yeah, our ancestors used to be real fucked up.
Oh, is that like they had that much to do back then?
No, they didn't. And, I mean, I want to be the first guy that discovered cottage cheese, or the first guy who figured out drinking this reindeer's piss got you high. I mean, and then connecting the dots, that's just weird shit.
Man. Well, you have a lot more time on your hands when you don't have internet or TV. Or
What
radio.
did you do? You went to the next village and killed people, I guess. Yeah.
Those were your two things: getting really fucked up and killing people.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you came from a really brutal area, you're went to a new area, you're like, oh my god, this is paradise.
Look at all these people to kill and fuck.
Because to the Norwegian, the
In
Norse,
that order.
like Norse Vikings, England must have been like a paradise to them, and nobody looked at England like a paradise. Not anymore. But back then they're like, oh my god, it only snows 4 months out of the year here.
Well, there are people with a proud tradition of getting fucked up by absolutely everyone.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm of Celtic extraction, so the number one export for that is peasants. Ireland's number one export is people.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but if you completely ignore the topographicalness of the map,
yeah,
the outline is our...
Oh, well, everyone does that, right?
Yeah, everyone does
map
that.
Yet. Where is it?
It's just the world map.
Okay.
If you just look at the outline, I used Ireland as the base when I hand did the map.
Yeah, why not?
Did you draw the map yourself?
I did it through a program, so I was
What?
looking and like going, okay, this dip's here and stuff.
Okay.
This is the outline that I'm working with.
Oh, okay, I see it. Hang on. Yeah, I see you got some mountains on there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar. I guess
The
it's the
outline's
same thing.
similar. The texture of the landscape is
Yeah,
different.
the topography's different. Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it this way.
Might as well.
Yeah. Because if I was just trying to do Ireland, it would have been just a copy paste.
What program did you use?
It's actually one on the internet. Let me see. Where is
There's hextographer, worldographer. There's all sorts of shit. That one's really clean looking.
Marks.
Where you just pulled a map off.
No, you actually have to create it. But there's the link for where I created the map.
Cool. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it was very useful, and I didn't know about it until I spotted a DM for me as a player having done it himself, except he didn't really spend a lot of time on his map. I was like, I see the potential here.
Right. Well, I mean, is he like old school? Because old school, man, it was all just dungeon crawls and occasionally break out a grid map, but that was, rare.
Mm.
Unless you had we're into using miniatures and stuff. Yeah,
I'm interested a little bit into miniatures.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I got this one made from Hero Forge of bronze.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I can tell it's unrealistic because, or at least in our world, because the United Kingdom is in controlling the entire northern region.
Yeah. Though, if I was to expand further, or you guys were to travel across seas,
yeah,
United Kingdom would be the next landmass that I would be making.
It'd be right here too. On a clear day, which is never, you could probably go see it.
From the top of the tower, right on the way over there.
The Windermere's in a valley next to a lake between mountain ranges, huh?
Yes.
Got it.
Just like the real.
It actually has a magma forge, like I said before, which means that whole valley was once a volcano.
Right on. Oh, so that's like a crater. The lake is probably like a crater or something. Right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a real clean looking map, man.
Thank you.
Because I use like hexographer, and that's like real basic.
I
blocky.
Yeah, I tried other programs and was like, man, this is just and then I found this one and it's like, oh, I could do mountains just by clicking and dragging.
Yeah. So when I was making maps for my DM, when I was DMing, I just drew everything by hand in Photoshop. It worked well though.
Wow.
I like it's kind of
Photoshop you can do, but it just takes so much time.
You gotta be skilled in it.
It's kind of relaxing.
I just jack shit. Steal shit, man. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the main rule as a DM, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you see anything that you're not using, you can just go ahead and go, yeah, I'm still in this way.
By the way, how many kilometers or miles are each hex?
Each hex I would say is 5 miles.
5 miles?
Or 8 kilometers.
Nice. You put that one right out of your ass.
No, I actually Google searched earlier.
Okay, I was about to be really, really impressed.
I know.
That, and I think the grid actually just has a setting to explain it.
Things are getting heated in the chat.
Yeah.
Just sounded like we got some people here that deal with kilometers.
Which is why I want to clarify that, at least. Unfortunately, when we're in combat, we're still sticking with feet.
Problem. I can do either.
DM ruling is heated. Is the Minotaur unconscious or downed? Or
where is everybody
is he walking
from
away?
anyway?
Well, he has 2 failed death saves.
I'm from Denmark.
Who's that?
Denmark, Yummy. Denmark.
I'm sorry, which person?
Yummy, little Yummy.
Oh, okay. Right on, Denmark. Which part? Copenhagen, what?
Southern part of Zealand.
Southern part of what?
Southern part of Zealand.
Okay.
Which
I have
is
no
the
idea
island that's
because I'm
Copenhagen.
in the United States, which means my geography sucks, but I know. I've never heard of that city. All I know is Copenhagen.
Yeah, south of Copenhagen.
Isn't
Right
that a
on.
snuff?
Cool.
I am from Lithuania.
Lithuania, right on.
Wow.
Bosnia here.
Which one? Ignite?
Yeah, Ignite is from Lithuania.
Wow, man, your English is like top notch.
Thanks.
Does Lithuanian, do you guys use, like, Russian, or is it actually its own language?
It's actual own language, yeah, but we swear in Russian mostly.
Okay. Because when I hear it, it sounds the same to me.
It's actually very different. It's like...
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when I looked at all the Scandinavian languages except for Finnish, they all sound the same to me.
They are fairly. There is a lot of linguistic similarities between them, though.
Yeah, except for like Finnish, I guess.
Yeah, Finnish is weird.
It's because of like the geographic things, like Scandinavia, it's one thing, and Lithuania is because we have a very similar language to Latvia and Estonia, which is like around the Baltic Sea, sort of.
Oh yeah, the Baltic region. Sure, right on. I'm a big fan of like I'm not a Russophile or anything, but I'm a big fan of like early 20th century Russian history. I guess you would just call that Soviet history, but that's just me.
Yeah, I feel like one of my friends is the same.
In Lithuania?
Yeah, we have weird people.
That's the description.
How y'all doing over there anyway, politically?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good answer. Good answer. Exactly. So is Evanescence like a real big deal over there, or what?
Not really, I just like it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't want to come off as like a big snob or anything, I'm just...
Oh, it's fine.
Man, I'm 40, I'm almost 43, man, I can't be listening to that.
I feel bad.
You feel bad?
Why? Yeah, because like I don't listen to Evanescence. I don't listen to much
I don't
of
think
modern
most people
stuff.
do.
No, like I personally, my playlist consists of like the Hermits, the Monkees, Huey Lewis and the News.
Oh no, that is bad now. There's no like retro irony cool shit going on there, man. That shit's bad.
Oh man, Huey Lewis kills it.
Yeah, he does. He's awesome.
The heart of rock and roll is still beating.
Oh God. Man, well, you weren't even alive when that song came out. I had to endure it.
I know, but to me, that music, it actually like tells a story or something. While like today's rap, you can't keep track of it. At least
today's crap.
Yeah, today's crap. Exactly.
That's what new rap is. Commercial rap.
Yeah.
Contemporary commercial rap is shit. Just my opinion as a white man. So, as you can.
It's like somewhere along the lines, it kind of lost meaning in order to tell a tale or something, or it just doesn't reach me the same way.
Oh. Well, I mean, commercial music isn't really an art form anymore. It's just...
Then again, the Big Bopper Chantilly Lace, I don't know where he was going with that, but it's still catchy.
I don't think any of those were supposed to make sense, man. I mean, I think it was just something for Quentin Tarantino to pick up and put in the soundtracks.
Hey, how are we bookmarking this chat again? So if I close out, I'll just have it ready for the next time.
So in the TeamSpeak things, in the top you see bookmarks.
Yeah.
You click manage bookmarks. You type in like the address and shit, your nickname, and you click more, and you select the default channel as this. Or you can just click the little button next to the empty space, and type in the password plebs, and just hit OK. And next time you can go to bookmarks and it'll show up as whatever you name it.
And the address was ts.hiq.pw?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry it took me so long to get on that, man. I'm a little slow.
It's fine.
Don't worry, I was far worse.
Yeah, don't make fun of my handicaps, man.
Alright, appreciate it.
So,
I just wanted to make sure I had that.
So, GM, where are you from? The United States or Canada?
I've lived in like every state except Alaska and Rhode Island, and lived 5 years in the Philippines, but currently right now I'm living in Missouri.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm from Florida. Lived in Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Johnson City, Tennessee. Now I'm back in Florida.
Yeah,
I think I've read about you.
Yeah, Florida man, sure. I'm sure you have. Several times over. It's not an exaggeration, by the way.
Myself, it's as a kid, like I didn't live in one spot longer than like 5 years.
Were you a military brat or something?
No, it's just that's the way my life was. My mom was a gypsy woman.
Okay, right on.
And then for the Philippines, it was missionary service, which was really weird because like once my family got back from the Philippines, a divorce happened. My dad moved back to the Philippines and remarried.
Right, that's usually how it works.
So.
Native. He went native.
Yeah, I personally, I don't really. I'm not as religious as I once was.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like respond to that same way Ignite responded to my question about the Lithuanian politics. Yeah.
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 Shit happens.
I can't talk about religion, so I'm not going to.
Yeah. We can talk about politics apparently with Ronald Trump.
Ronald Trump. and the peasants are gonna pay for it.
So, since this guy is left bleeding out in the street and nobody's helping him and he's on his last, like, death save, is he gonna roll it for?
How is he on his last death save if he hasn't even rolled for one?
Well, I stabbed you twice while you were still taunting.
One stab is auto crit, so technically
Yeah.
you killed him.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're already killing
well,
We haven't
one-
even started role playing yet.
well, I mean, they've
We
been
have
role
role-played.
playing in chat.
Well, this
One
is the
character
quickest
is
total party
already
kill
dead.
that's ever gonna happen.
Okay. So,
We're literally outside of time and space, though.
I think Explosion's character died like Toshimor. Well, better roll another character, man.
What is up with all these numbers? Who's rolling 5,000 D100s?
We're seeing how often it fails compares to crits, and actually this thing fails a lot more often than it crits. Like there are a lot
Except
more
the
ones and
latest one
twins.
I
You're
rolled.
trying to see if there's a bug in the system, huh?
We're pretty sure it's rigged. Yeah.
Rigged to fail?
Yeah, it's not very player friendly. It wants players to fail. Alright.
So what kind of missionary work do you do over there? Just trying to spread the gospel kind of thing?
Well, I was there from like ages 8 to 13, so I personally didn't do much.
Right.
You were there as
I
a
gotta go to
mascot.
school there.
Oh, right on.
But
What do
other
they
than
speak,
that, Tagalog, and I did pick up a little bit.
They speak a lot of Spanish too, don't
See,
they? Or like Spanish words occasionally?
Tagalog is based a little bit off of Spanish, and it threw me off completely when I got back to America and was sitting in the classroom trying to learn Spanish. It threw me off so completely that in high school I took Spanish class 3 times. I failed it completely. Each and every time. I can't do Spanish.
Tagalog messed you all up, huh?
Yeah, I can't do Spanish. I can do like the simple everyday things that you pick up naturally, but
Sure.
but Spanish as a whole, trying to communicate through it, nope, can't do it.
You lived in all the states except for the smallest one and the biggest one.
Yeah, I haven't lived in Alaska, and when we were living in the motorhome and traveling through the states, we completely went around Rhode Island.
Okay. That's not the first time I've heard that story.
I have no idea why we didn't go through, but we hit everything but Rhode Island.
Well, one character already died. Let's see who dies next. One
Jesus,
such
leave
man
me alone.
character.
But like the weird thing is he was bleeding out in the streets and nobody helped him.
Yeah, and then he just failed
Like
to
there's
save and
40
died.
people around and nobody like, you know, I'm gonna help him up, mend his wounds. He just
Fuck that, talking shit.
Yeah, I mean,
What kind of variant rules are we using for this?
Aside from the short rest and long rest ones, I'm probably going to add in the madness rulings,
Right on.
along with like the potion mishaps and
Okay.
scroll mishaps and stuff like that.
Well, what's Madness going to be for? Is it just going to be for magic users, or is it going to be for like everybody?
It's going to be plausible for everyone.
Okay.
Magic-wise, I am giving the opportunity for spellcasters to use the spell point system instead of the spell slot system. And on top of that, if they decide, since they're working with a spell pool, to overcharge to a spell level that they normally could not cast, or don't have the knowledge to really perform spells at said level. Like, at first level you'll have 4 spell points, but you could overcharge it to a second level spell even though you only have first level spells that you know.
Okay.
doing that will cost 3 spell points, so you'd only be able to do it once. But by overcharging it like that, I'll actually be using the Net Librum's 10,000 plausible random effects.
Well, I'm not playing a magic user, so.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that. But if anyone does want to do that,
I'll be playing a sorcerer, and I've never used the spell points thing. How does that work?
basically the spell points at level 1, instead of 2 spell slots for level 1 spells, you would have a spell pool of 4 points. Level 1 spell would cost 2 points to cast typically, so it's pretty even along there. And as you grow in levels, your spell pool will grow bigger and bigger. By 11th level, you would have a spell point pool of around, I want to say 72, but let me double check that. 11th level, you'll have a spell point pool of 73.
Is
So-
there like a table I can check?
Yeah, it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 289. If you don't have that, I could try to do a Google search for it. But,
Yeah, I'm searching right now.
but it's spell points by level table.
Oh yes, I see it.
Alright.
So first level would be 4 points, second 6, third 14.
Which page did you say?
289 of the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay.
So this is the known world.
Yeah.
By the way, is it fixed like that there's gonna be 30,000 people in a town? Like, how do you imagine like a really large city like Windermere or like a medium one?
I would say it'd be like a medium city. I was going for like
Maybe he might reduce the numbers of the current
Yeah.
town because
Yeah.
Yeah, like
it sounded like you just threw out a number.
I did throw out a number.
Yeah, if it's like
because
a
like I don't know my population
yeah, like if
density.
it's a medium city, I think like well in fantasy there should be like 300 to
3,000
400
maybe.
people. Like in a medium city. If it's a bigger city then
No,
that's
that's a small
3,000.
And that's a small town. 300-400 people.
I think
Yeah, that's like a
but
hamlet.
medium city
Yeah.
would be
That's a
like
hamlet.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah, but like in this setting like 400 would be enough, I believe. I mean, unless it's like a large town, like the
It
largest
is-
town might have around 20,000 people.
It's large enough to be on a map, and it has a magma forge. So
Yeah,
So,
about
so around 3,000 people.
Yeah.
3,000,
Yeah, I would say
yeah.
3,000.
Yeah,
There you go. 3 to 5, somewhere in there.
yeah.
That would be it.
Well, humans breed like bunnies.
So do orcs. Well, orcs
Oh,
breed
yeah.
like orcs.
Yeah.
Well, actually, orcs, one of their gods is actually like a fertility god, and
Yeah.
they believe that they should breed to please their god.
Grump. I don't know. I
Orcs
like
are
orcs.
best gods.
I think orcs are misunderstood anyway, so.
A bit.
If you're curious on the 10,000 random magical effects, here's that
Yes.
PDF.
But like 9,900 of them are like negative effects, and then only like 100 positive ones.
Hey, this is
Yeah,
the
you
cost
wanna
of
be a magic
casting
user.
The way I read it, was like,
overcharging spells.
the negative effects could end up being helpful in some situations, like more
Yeah.
random than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use Dungeon Crawl Classics, which uses a spell check every time you cast a spell, and corruption points, and madness, and everything else if you want to be a magic user.
A late model Ford suddenly appears in the caster's new driveway. What?
But yeah,
But guess what? Guess
Wow.
what? There's no gas in existence, so. Wow.
That's okay, man. It's magic.
All items carried by the caster turns to Mercury. Jeez.
Like I said, that's for you'd only have to roll once whenever you like overcharge a spell.
Caster
A
can walk
wall
on
of
water while
fire
naked.
appears. A wall of fire appears in the.
My favorite
Yes,
one
no.
is nearest dragon polymorphs into a rabbit of equivalent size.
Nice.
Whatever the temperature, the caster feels like he's in a sauna.
So
no matter what the
that one got-
temperature is, he always feels like he's in a sauna.
The last one on that list
2,778.
is kind of bad.
Caster's name is a racist slur and some demi-human tongue. Oh,
Caster
dear.
cannot attack except on rounds when he wins initiative. Wow.
Check the last one on the list. It's
Yeah,
freaking
near star explodes.
OP. Which would basically be the sun, and then the world
Yeah.
gets destroyed.
Yeah.
How do
Caster thinks
the
he's
spell
precious.
points work in warlocks?
It won't work really with warlocks because
Okay.
they only have the 2 spells
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
can cast. But for wizards and
Yeah.
more specifically sorcerers, the spell points are make it feel a little bit more natural.
Yep.
For sorcerers. Especially since if you look at the magic cost conversion, it's almost a 1-for-1 spell
The
point.
thigh
wise.
bones of one random female nearby shortened by 50%.
What the hell?
It's like-
Hear this one. The nearest paladin can lie with impunity while naked.
What do you mean bigger? It's huge. Enormous.
Somebody nearby thinks someone else nearby is a demon. GG.
They do a lot of stuff to mess with paladins. Like the nearest paladin transports naked to the nearest bedchambers of the queen or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Hey,
I like it.
my paladin is an info, so watch out.
And how would the spell points work with the meta magic? Like, would it have a separate pool, or like, does it add, or just uses the same?
With the meta magic, you have flexible casting, which means you could transport one to the other. And if you look at the list for the spell point cost and the meta magic, it's basically a 1-for-1.
Yeah, but what I was asking is, like, you have the spell points of the spell points, and you have the sorcerer points.
Yes.
Are these like separate?
They are separate.
Okay.
And you can transfer between them.
Okay, good.
Here's a very weird one. Well, very neutral one. Target can identify natural animals on sight. Well done. You know what a bunny is.
Oh yeah.
DM, can I make a 4th character?
4th character.
I like
Why
the
would
ones
you
where
need a
shit
4th
transforms
character?
into gold.
Just for in case I require that diversity.
But you already have 3.
Yeah, but like, as far as I know, it's people in Monday group do. We have one frontline guy and. Oh, I don't even
User in
recall.
your channel timed out.
It really depends on like which character we pick to play with, like
Yeah.
each time.
Like yeah, like.
And who says we need to play with the atypical party group?
Yeah, true as well.
Yeah.
I mean, a group of all casters is gonna play differently than a group of all melees.
At low level, you're going to have
They're
some
gonna-
issues with survivability and keeping the staying power in there to keep filling stuff.
Who says they need to stay? There's always option B. Run away.
Go
just
into
imagine,
dungeon, blow 5 fireballs into it, and then just leave.
Just imagine like 5 casters standing in a line, ready, chant, fire.
It kind of sounds like a scene from One Punch Man, where like the robot guy like blew away that building.
I don't seem to remember that.
It
Okay,
was
yeah,
the
now I
evolutionist
get it.
guy.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty. Not catched up on One Punch Man. I think the last episode I was on, he dreamt about Mole Army.
Oh yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That was the first or second episode.
Yeah, it was.
They're coming out with a new season soon.
Oh, so good.
Meh. I actually didn't enjoy it that much. It's just that it's
Really?
different. Yeah.
Oh man, it was hilarious to me. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I'm just not a big fan of comedy.
I think the best part of it is all the memes that One Punch Man is actually that little kid show.
User entered
Kylo.
the channel.
We'll work out some details during the week on the forum, then exactly how we wanted to group build up for the Monday night or Tuesday night group run.
Yeah.
Alright.
And, we'll work out details then, I guess.
Hello.
Yo.
Yeah.
Anything else we still need to discuss today?
Listen to this one. Nearest gold dragon polymorphs into a butterfly, but it retains its memory.
Gotta suck for him. Or her.
So it knows it's a dragon, but now it's a butterfly.
That was once a great.
Yeah, it ain't
powerful
dragon
beast.
anymore.
Wow, the nearest dragon polymorphs into a rabbit of equal size.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I fucking hate
Giant
that
rabbit.
If my Dragonborn gets turned into a rabbit.
No, it doesn't say Dragonborn.
The
It says
nearest-
dragon.
Okay, nearest dragon. Okay.
The nearest dragon turns into a helicopter.
Helicopter? What the fuck?
It
turns into
identifies as a
helicopter.
Apache helicopter.
Sexually identifies as a helicopter.
As an attack helicopter.
This one says caster begins to hoard water for no apparent reason.
I don't remember which one is it, but I remember like the caster vomits out 1d1000 pebbles each morning.
Yeah, one was like caster vomits 1d1000 flies every time he tells a lie or something.
Wow, listen to this one. Monster summoning, I think it's 7. Monster summoning 7 occurs 2d3 times.
That one I'm gonna have to convert a little because I don't think there's a monster summon 7 in 5th edition.
Do not believe so.
Caster bleeds from his eyes whenever he casts a spell.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great session 0. That's it for today.
Target can command demons, doesn't know how many times. 1d6.
This one says caster can appear enormously fat at will.
These are all deep 9.
It's just fun to look at. See
Yeah,
what
we'll,
is on this list of 10,000
Helicopter.
things.
Oh. Explode D6 HP damage to all within 30 yards.
Oh, that's cool.
That's OP.
one of them just Caster Explode.
Caster sweats perfume.
So it seems like that's it for the session 0, eh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
How much XP did I get?
I don't know who killed who.
A
I'm
minute.
being 100% serious.
Yeah, you killed the Minotaur.
Well, let's see.
Minotaur is CR3.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is a commoner Minotaur.
Yeah, this is your run of the mill Minotaur, not your monster.
This isn't your monsteroid, megaloid Minotaur. This is
This is your basic
And
Minotaur.
because the Minotaur
these are the kick out
died...
of the herd Minotaurs.
Yeah. Because the Minotaur died, poor, what's it again?
Well, you can just have the same character and give it a different name. Oh, my twin.
Yeah.
Lame.
My mother, Cav 2.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
we can let it
rename
die.
him. Yeah, just
Alright.
rename him.
He doesn't
Well, I
have
think-
to die.
I got no vote,
Because of
I
this.
think.
I mean, he got
But
wrecked
if
pretty much.
he dies, poor Sirio is also going to be out of action for a long
Nope,
time.
we had
because
40
he's
people witnessing how
jail.
you agreed to the duel, so
Yeah,
basically...
it was a
To
duel
it-
of honor.
duel, not to murder.
Yeah, it was a duel of honor. I drew my blades and you wanted to gore me, and you literally said at the start of the duel how you were gonna kill me and how you were gonna like slice me up for the farms. So yes, it was 100% fair, and we have witnesses. If you want, we can RP it like the court next time. But yeah, like
Alright.
don't be salty. Just roll another character. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you
Just
later,
don't pick
gentlemen.
fights
I'm
the
out of
next
here.
time.
All right.
See ya.
Good night. See you. Off to.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, guys, I'm off too. It's
Yep.
I guess we're all off then.
Yeah, and
So-
applause for the session.
Alrighty.
User disconnected from your
Okay,
channel.
bye-bye,
User
guys.
disconnected from your
Yeah,
channel. User
man.
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, it was a
User
nice session,
disconnected
Zero.
from your channel.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
I mean,
I told you someone's gonna die in a session, in the first session. Yeah, let's see who dies next time.
did it have to be to the death?
I mean, it's a duel of honor, it has to.
Usually
I don't know.
duels
I've heard
aren't to the
deaths
death.
to the pain.
Yeah, I mean, but in this case, he failed his death saving throws.
And
No, I
literally,
didn't
like,
fail them.
nobody-
He stabbed him while he was unconscious.
Yeah,
You
he
were
failed them.
taunting me, saying how you were gonna kill me once you get up and get, tougher again. And literally nobody from the 40 people around in the crowd helped you up, so yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted you dead.
But he was unconscious.
But you got so
How could he
technical on
speak?
me since I was unconscious. Yeah.
How can he speak when he's unconscious?
Well,
Yeah.
he wanted us to
Oh,
think
me
he's
too.
Since he was like, I'm gonna threaten you, then he was like, oh, medics carried me off, even though there are no medics. Then he was like, oh, look, I somehow crawl away even though I'm knocked out. Well, like, if he's gonna bend the
Exactly. So
rules-
you got technical on that
Well,
part,
look,
but
if
not
you're
on the
gonna,
part
like-
that.
If you're gonna flat out cheat, like, don't expect to be mercied.
How am I cheating?
Well, first of all, you try to have your character magically live by some invisible medics appearing out of nowhere and helping him up. Like, there were 40 other characters there and not a single one. Even the clerics didn't want to help you up, so... Like, if nobody helped you up, don't make up some
Yeah, but
imaginary NPCs.
you're saying that he taunted you even though he was unconscious?
Yeah, because you said you taunted me.
Even though he was unconscious.
Well, then don't RP him that he taunts while he's unconscious. Simple as that.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, let's just move on. It's not like a name matters, really.
Yeah, this was session 0 anyway. It was just
Yeah.
for fun.
Yeah, just rename him Toshamir and, move on.
Tosh 2.0.
Uh,
I mean, but I thought that there'd be a lot less people in the town so we could have more sway over it. But if it's 3,000 people, there's a lot of nobles and militia as well.
Oh. A Jester's
You are
got a
able
lot
to
of jobs, I guess.
hold your own, yeah.
By the
How do you like the Jester RP so far?
It's interesting. By the way, how are we gonna like handle my druid shop? Like, cause I thought it'd be a small town, so they'd have to buy like stuff. And now that's like 3,000 people, should probably like have some kind of system, like how much stock is bought each week.
As I said before, the shop or jobs that you do have in town, while you're in town, the upkeep for said stuff is equalized by the amount of profits that wouldn't be making on itself and be able to support you, basically. So you aren't losing or gaining any money from your shop, but you are able to survive off of your shop.
Yeah, I can make potions, which is nice.
Yeah, and those extra potions that you do make, that can actually net you a little bit more instead of your just everyday, day-to-day
Yeah. I mean,
shop.
if you're interested, there's actually like a document about having shops. If you wanna read it.
Yeah, there is, and it goes into, it's more downtime based.
Yeah.
But basically, if your character's not being played, that character is in quote-unquote downtime mode instead of having to like roll and see that the shop's plausibly failing instead of not instead of making a profit. Then it's just better to go, okay, you're set, you have a set shop, it is bringing you money, is able to keep itself in business, and any extra business that you're able to bring to the shop in character can in fact net you money. So if you do have an item made and another character buys that item, that money that he's actually buying it with is getting transferred to your character.
No, that's nice. Basically, I'll have like a supply of potions each week. I can make around, let's see, around I think 40 potions each week, which is nice.
And this is from you growing the seeds in your pod plants and stuff like that. So
Josh, I was just wondering if my character's Salazar would be able to like make extra cash while he's in PC from like pickpocketing or robbery.
It is possible to do that in game. Yes.
In game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you won't just accumulate extra gold without that character just being out in the background. But if you are in control of that character and want to say, okay, I'm going to try to pickpocket this guy.
Okay.
Or whatnot.
I mean, to the next in session 0. And by the way, for the Twitch stuff, like, are you gonna record it first and then upload it to Twitch, or is gonna go like, oh?
Currently, we are still streaming to Twitch.
That's nice. Do you have a link to the channel?
That chair, it's dying.
It's dying.
It's already dead.
Yeah, I got a new chair coming in a week or two.
Oh, this is actually gonna be quite interesting.
Yeah. I found your channel. But I don't see that it's streaming.
You don't see it streaming?
Wait a sec. Let me see.
There's 2 people watching now. Probably me and Mordor.
I'm also watching.
Yeah,
Yo!
so...
Let me see. Like,
Hey,
you know,
I can see your face!
yeah, like, you know, you could advertise this on like us, the subreddit D&D and stuff if you want more people to watch it.
Yeah, whatever. If you notice on Twitch itself, there's now a whole lot of streams for D&D.
Yeah.
So
But
it's so it's something that'll be there, and if anybody's looking to go, hey, let's watch some D&D at this time, hey, this guy, because I've done that. I've been like, man, I'm bored, but I want to get that roleplay need in.
Yeah.
Let's go watch some people roleplay.
Yeah, but you could like advertise it so the more people come. Because some
True.
people are really interested in like D&D. Because like I've seen on the D&D subreddit, like people are talking about people that stream.
Like I said before, I am recording this,
Yeah.
and I will end up posting that onto YouTube. So
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
as well. So you will be able to catch up on what everybody else is doing
Yeah, that's interesting.
on the other group, if you really wanted to.
If we
During
really want
the
to,
week.
we can check Monday night what they're doing. Are you gonna stream it Monday?
I will be streaming it Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, most of Monday night's groups already here, so yeah.
Yeah.
So we should just remember no obscene jokes.
Yeah, like
Or-
in our group there's gonna be obscene jokes. Like it's me.
Someone's gonna
Yeah.
die, and then there's gonna be a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
that was really broken.
Yeah, it was really broken. But basically in my group there's like Ignite, Ray, Xan and Han. So yeah, but like this is also nice that, you know, we have a group with 5 and
Lot
6
of cursing.
people.
I think I'm lagging.
Like a 5 and 6 group of people. So basically someone can't like make it on Tuesday, I don't know, he moves to Monday and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can actually make both days, so someone doesn't like show up Monday, I can just check and maybe join. But yeah.
Looks like I might have to move Lamfred's characters over unless he ends up showing for, I don't know, getting with me in a week or so.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
But
Yeah.
he was the one that didn't show up, right?
Yeah, he was.
So, like,
The other option would be to kick him and just go, okay, these guys are now NPCs.
Or make his characters NPCs, yeah. I don't know, actually session 0 is usually the most important.
It kind of is in a way.
I mean, maybe as a pretty good reason for not showing up.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean, maybe
always
not.
that, and
Because I see that was like really busy in discussions.
mhm. And it would be a real big shame to just give him the boot and
Yeah, and I think that I saw him like join today, but I'm not sure. So like you should ask him.
yeah, I'll probably shoot him a private message.
And if he's like, wow, well, I forgot, then kick him.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a good excuse.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's currently almost midnight over here, so I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Yeah.
It was fun talking to you all.
Yeah,
Alright.
same, mate. See you around.
Enjoyed it.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
Alright. Yeah.
I think I'll hop onto League of Legends.
Yeah,
Oh,
see you
the
around,
cancer.
mate.
It's worse for me because I play ranked as a support man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your life has to be real fun.
Oh yes, it is.
Come
I'll,
and play Dota. We're gonna teach you.
I'll probably listen to like all the sunshine music while playing as Leona.
Nice.
Walking on sunshine.
Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo.
Alright.
I can see clearly now that the it's
Mordor and Grimace. Like, what future classes do you have again?
Yeah, well, Mordok's gonna be a fighter, of course, a Betzmaster, like always. Then, what's his name? Weasel gonna be a druid, a land druid, and like, what's his name? Cass. Well, I'll see for Cass. I know he's gonna be a wizard, but don't know, like, which, what's called tradition.
Ah, alright. And Grimace? I think you have a rogue.
I'm gonna play, a rogue.